Okay, punters, here we go. This is part 3 of the Flemington race ratings preview. The QUADDIE legs, races 7 to 10. Buckle up, settle in. I've already done numerous videos on the Melbourne Cup. I'm just going to touch on those firstly because the Melbourne Cup's the next race we're going to do. You've got the full preview, which goes for 18 minutes. You've got 106 Black Book runners for the day around the country. A quick top 8 version, which goes for 1 minute 44 if your time precious. A deep dive into Buckaroo. The Melbourne Cup giveaway. Races 1 to 3 already done. Races 4 to 6 already done. Okay, so there's plenty of content for you already on our YouTube channel while you're watching these. Okay, the Melbourne Cup. The second thing I need to say is everything we're looking at is from a race ratings perspective. If you go to twfhorseracing.com and do a deep dive into race ratings and how it works, AI generated. But when I say AI generated trained by me from a large language model learning perspective. Anyway, so it's learned to think like me. It's only going to get better. That's why I love coming over the top of it and correcting it as I do in these videos. As I said in video 1 of this 3-part series for the Melbourne Cup card, this is a new concept and I think it's going to work well long term. I've done it a few times with early quaddies and late quaddies in other videos for country meetings on nondescript days, but this is the first time we've done a full card from scratch without knowing any race outside the Melbourne Cup before looking at them. There's 25 meetings on the day and I've done too much form on too many other meetings. Anyway, Melbourne Cup, we're only going to look at we're going to start by going down through the ratings from the top. As I said, you need to go through the Melbourne Cup video. This is going to be pretty quick going through the Melbourne Cup field. We're not going to do every runner. We're going to try and find the value angles. I'm going to touch on, I'm going to slant this towards also what I've done personally. The 2 is top rated, 5.5 for ratings, Buckaroo. I've got Buckaroo on top myself personally. We know that. We've done the deep dive video on Buckaroo here. We've got him on top here. He's in the Black Book here. He's on the top of the Quick 8 version here. Anyway, so that's Buckaroo. Go watch it all. Especially the deep dive video on Buckaroo. Only the gate beats him. Or if he runs to the bottom of his level and Kovalika runs to the top of his level. Second top for the ratings, the 14, Zardozi. As I was saying in the major video, could be a masterstroke by Cummings dropping back to the Empire Rose, flashing late, beaten 2.3 by Tissue. The Tissue form's franked for Buckaroo. Interestingly, in the deep dive video, by a wide margin. Third top rated, the 12. Akita Sushi. Okay, I did a video on this horse back in 2023. If you go deeper into my channel, there's 480 odd videos, 469. If you go deeper back, you'll find a video from last year that's been viewed over 1,500 times about Akita Sushi before it came over for 2023 Melbourne Cup. I think that's becoming more prevalent now. I don't have it winning this year, myself personally. Third top rated 8.5 for AI ratings. Fourth top rated the 8 Land Legend. Listening to Chris Waller today talk about his 5 horses on his weekly podcast release, which is probably 3 or 4 episodes this week with Charlie Duckworth while they're in Melbourne. He sounded pretty buoyant about Land Legend. I had a query over whether he was concerned if it'll get the trip and what sort of pace it needs. I'm confident to say the third last start says it can't win here. Even with Purton, wide gate, kilo penalty, yeah. Fifth top rated for AI computer ratings is a 9. Absurd. Well, we've got this third top rated. I think it should be a 9.50 chance. AI ratings have got it 12.0. I'm happy with that. I think we need to save on it. I've said that before. The 15 rate of $14. Sea King. Yeah, I've got a query on that form line. Even though we backed it when it won the Bendigo Cup, I've still got a query on the form out of that race. I'm not sure how much Holly Doyle adds to it. Yes, 50.5. Cops a half a kilo penalty. Yes, can improve off that run. Breeding says so. But as I say, this is a very deep Melbourne Cup. The 1, Vauban. We've got it 8th top rated. And the last of the scene real winning chances. So what they've got it 1, 2, 3, 4, 7th top rated. And sort of things how we think. 18, $21. Positivity. Okay, this is another Al Mansour that I couldn't put in the top 8, but at 150 to 1, I've been very positive on this horse all preparation, and I speak so highly of Al Mansour. If you've watched videos 1 and 2, I've spoken about him in both. Lightly race 4 from 12 winner for the Forsman Yard. They come from Flemington. He's an astute trainer. I've got no problem with Winona Costin up. That's a switch move at 50 kilos. Take the last run where she wasn't suited on a tight turning track out of the form lines. The 2,000 metre naturalism win was good. I think I had a borderline 2.5 to 4.5 plus above par on the bottom of the range that I had Vauban at 4 to 5.5 from memory, or 4 to 4.5 to 5.5 from memory. But there were 5 or 6 horses on that range that could easily rate above it, and Positivity was one of them at 150 to 1. I think needs to be included. The ratings say the same at $21. The 3, let me go back to the full field. The 3, Circle of Fire. Okay, good mate tried to talk this horse up to me yesterday. I couldn't have it. I couldn't tell him no. I didn't want to insult him, but I'll say it publicly, it can't win. And I think the rating's wrong at $26. The 5, $31. I'm not going to go much deeper. Kovalica, well, we know I've got that second top rated. The Hill Stakes run was sensational. No problem with the Cox Plate run. This is the target. If he stays a trip, he's in it up to his ears. Super pilot on board. Astute guard. I don't need to ask any more questions. The 22, also at $31 for the ratings. St. George. Okay, interesting horse. I couldn't have it in the top 8, but there were reasons I could find not to knock it. If everything goes right for it, and it does hit a huge new peak, and 10 others hit their bottom level, it can win the race. So I have to say unlikely. The 10, Athabascan. Okay, Spring Futures players for TWF horse racing had this horse sent to them 2 months ago. At one last start, the St. Ledger in Sydney. Was it the St. Ledger, I think, from memory? Yeah, won the St. Ledger in Sydney. Maybe that was its peak. Drops 5.5 off it. Another Al Mansour out of a Dan Seeley mare. Excellent stoutness bottom half. Yeah, can't knock it. Potentially very well placed. But as I said regarding the horse prior, needs to run a new peak, or needs other horses to rate at their lowest level and it run to a peak to win. 7, just fine. I don't think I want to go much deeper. Query at the 3200, despite the pedigree, says it gets it. Query over the Bart Cummings win. query on how soft of a trip it'll get on the front end. Yes, it drops 4 kilos. There are better horses in the race. You need to go and watch the main Melbourne Cup video. That's the most important one, the 18-minute one. All right, we're going to race 8, second leg of the quaddie. Top rated is the 15. Excuse me while I get a drink of water. Okay, top rated is the 15. Delicious. Scratched Saturday in preference for this. Yeah, scratch Saturday in preference for this. If I just bring the race up. It's a Melbourne Cup. We know the price is there. Delicious. 21.0, 4.7. Had a few smart judges message me today and tell me they took 36 and 33 and 31 when the prices first went up, before my ratings went up. They saw that we had it well rated on Saturday and that it was scratched and preferences were here. The 15, second top rated. Oh, sorry. The 8, second top rated. I was looking at race 9 for a second. The 8, second top rated, 6.5 versus a price of 9.5. We had this on top on Saturday, scratched in preference for here. This could become a very strong betting race. The 13, 7.5. Gee, this was scratched Saturday too in preference for today. 6.0. Right, so, gee, I'm just going to say straight away, this race is going to require a real deep dive. And I'm not prepared to play that angle on a quick dive in this video. So, from this perspective, I think the ratings are right through the top of the market. For quaddie angles, I'll give you a run on the next two. Super Nima, yes, needs to be included. And for the 10.0 rule, the 5, Extremely Hardy's undefeated, needs to be included. So, okay, so all of the top 5 need to go into your quaddie, all right? Looks a very deep race for the tag. Okay, race 9. Let's move here. All right, top rated is the 7, 5.50. Perfect, 21.0, 5.0. Big fan of this horse. Value created, obviously, by the fail last start. Third up now. Pretty much a copybook record outside of those 2 fails. When there were excuses both times. And they're going to bet us 21 and 5. Will be interesting to see what it is versus the tag. The 15, second top rated. And a heater, 51 and 10. Wow. Alright. Third top rated, the 2. Tis Invincible, 19.0, 4.3. Right, so we're looking at a few horses that need to refine form as well. 18, but they're around 1 turn on a big track. The 18, 11.0. Zoo, 23 and 5. And the 16, 13.0. Molly Nickers, 27 and 6. This could be a big exotic race. Obviously going to want to go a little bit deeper, but we're going to concentrate on looking at these top 5. That's all we've got time for in this video. Alright, we'll start off with the 7. 1400 metres, 1 turn, big track, 4-year-olds and upwards, mares, group 3. Top rated, the 7, Perfect. Let's put a line through the Blazer win. The Blazer failed. Beaten 3.5 is a 4.8 chance. Let's go on there. Firstly, let's go on the Caulfield win 2 back over in a heater and quick start. First up. Okay, second. Went to a group 2 beat 1.3. One above group 3. Third, 2.5. Group 3, group 2 level. Let's just have a little bit of a look, a little bit deeper. Fourth and the fifth. Margins get too wide after that. Fourth. 5 retina group 3, that's one above group 3. There's sometimes I look at a horse and I already know the level it's at. Yeah, so happy to call this one above group 3, 58. Cruise again. Okay, 3 to 4 above par. Race 9. Yep, 3 to 4. Okay, alright. And next, the 15. So, we've got the 7 Poifex 3 to 4, drawn wide, above par. 15. And a heater. Comes through the Poifect race, carries the same weight. Poifect drops weight. Ran past it. Says can't win. Revolutionary misform line confirms that. The 2. He's invincible. Brilliant 3-year-old form. Here we go. A horse that we loved as a 3-year-old, made a lot of money off. Sports first time blinkers for the Mar Yard during Cup week with the 3 from 14 record as a 4-year-old man now. 4th up from a spell. 2 back, shuffled back 9th, 11th, beaten 1.9 behind Revolutionary Miss. How close should have it finished? Goes up half a kilo for it. Blinkers first time. Does that say that the 3-year-old form now gets reproduced? If so, she's a Group 1 winning, Group 2 winning 3-year-old. Group 2 winning 3-year-old? Group 1 winning 3-year-old? No, Group 2 winning 3-year-old. She reproduces this form. Tropical Squall, Komachi, Mumbai Muse. Yes, it's the opposite way, but Blinkers first time. She showed she can still do it here in this trial over Royal Merchant and Bella Nipotina. 4th up, peak fitness, Blinkers first time on a track that should suit. Off the back of being 1.92, being beaten 1.92 back when shuffled back. And what are they going to bet? $19.0, 4.3. We've got Poifect 3 to 4 above, drawn wide. Tis invincible, drawn well, car up for Mar. If she runs to that Group 2 plus level, that puts her 3 to 4 above. And she's penalised, yep. So 2 to 3 above. Blinkers first time, potentially 3 to 4 above. Okay, so Poifect's still slightly better value, but Tis Invincible on that level needs to be included. Then we need to look at the 18. Zazu. Philip Stokes. Okay, always needs to be respected. Third emergency or second emergency? Third emergency, I think. Yeah. Okay. By Zusar out of the Zabeel mare. Good stoutness injected bottom half. 4 from 9 winner. Drops from 59 to 55. Goes from 1300 to 1400. Rock hard fit. 4th up. 1-3 from 3 this prep. Always had a lot of time for Elphinstone. Yeah, look at that. The War Machine reference beaten 2 in the Bendigo Guineas. Beaten only 0.4 here, but that puts Zazu a length and a half behind War Machine without weights. taken into account. Okay. Screens group 2 all day. So that's a length above group 3 off that reference without going too deep. Drops from 59 to 55. 3 lengths. Bottom of the handicap. Group 3. 4. Slight scope for more. 3 to 4.5 above par. Rates very well. Rates above everything else above it so far. What are they going to bet? By half a length? 18. 23.0, 5.0. Drawn 8. Stockdale for Stokes. Going for a 4-timer picket fence. And the 5th top rated in the race, the 16. Let me close a couple of these windows down. Okay, the 16. By I Am Invincible, out of a very smart Group 1 winning more than Ready Mare, Bongeros. Pretty sure she was Group 1, or she's out of a Group 1 winner herself. It's not going to go too deep back into it now. Right colours. Third up into it. First up very good, off a long break. Given a trial in between. Slightly unlucky in the Northwood Plume. Better suited 1400 here. Expect a new peak. Drops a kilo. Fitter. Is this a target? Maybe 1 run later. It's a target, but this could be very close to it. A bit deeper. The Kundalini line, I love that form line at the moment. It's rock solid. This is Group 3. Okay, so let's wait chance to hold on. Okay, right, so I just want to look at Electronal line for a second. Sure, in love with Zoo back to 4 of it. No, okay. It says Group 3 all day. It's 1200. So it's 2. Okay, alright. This is speculative about Bezo, alright? But I think there's more to come off the Aviatrix run and a little deep run in the Northwood Plume. I've always been a big fan of the Electronal line, form line. I'm prepared to trust that. I'm prepared to trust that Bezo has more to give yet on the back of the first up win. The trial, second over 1,000 in an 11 horse field, tells me that this was a target 2 runs later. And what price are we getting? 27. Alright, so 4 of the 5 become very positive angles here. Alright. The 7, firstly, 21.0. 3 to 4 above needs to be backed. The 15. The 15. And a heater, we've said no about. God help me if I'm wrong. The 2, 'Tis Invincible, 19.0, 4.3. Profile's the same, blinkers first time. The 18 Zazoo Expect a New Peak 4-timer Picket Fence Stokes. And the 16 Bizot 27, you've got them all to basically 4% or 16 to 20% of the market, 18% of the market, combined 5.5, the four of them. Like, could be a very good value betting race if you want to go a little bit deeper. For exotics, QUADDIE's starting to look very good. Okay, let's move on to race 10. On top, the 6 Amur 21.0, 4.5. Once again, that scenario I've talked about before, where you're getting a place price that's very similar to the rated win price. Call it insurance if you want. Second top rated, the 15. The Shaper 10.0, 2.7 overs. Third top rated 7.5, the 11 Marble Arch 8.5 currently. Where are the top two in the market? The 12 Warnie 10.0. I think we can find reasons to try and get it beat. Maybe overrated with its picket fence outside of its failure at the end of last prep. And second in the market is the 3 Rheinberg, which is down here. Okay, right, looks like we need to revolve around the top 4 that are rated above the favourite. So it's the 6, the 15, the 11 and the 8. 6, 15, 11, 8. Is the 8? 8's out, Meridius. Okay, the 8's out, that's 11% of the market. So all these need to come in by 11%. So that comes into 4.40, let's round them. That comes into 5.30. This comes into 6.50, we'll call it. Alright, so they're the new prices of the top 3 in the market. Once this 11% comes out from Meridius, which is now out at 4:02 this afternoon. Alright, so the 6, the 15 and the 11. Let's get rid of these windows we opened from the last race. The 6, race 10. The 6, Amur, very well bred for the Godolphin Yard by Snitzel out of the good and well-related Animal Kingdom mare Leopard. 4 from 12 winner. Won a trial in Sydney, sent south since in prep for this. Won a trial before the first up fail behind Straka. Came from well back to knock off the instructor in a bounding back in May in a strong 3-year-old race. That form stacks up. What's the quality here? Benchmark 90. Wow, okay. Round 1 turn on a big track. I like the sound of that. The 6, let's get back to it. Scope for more, relatively lightly raced. Jamie Carr up. What price are they going to bet again? The 6? $21. Yeah, all over that. Surely it runs above this level. I'm going to make this pretty quick, the next 2. The 15. Second top rated. We're trying to get Warnie beat, remember. Decent pedigree, but not the best in the world. Highland Reel's doing a good job. Footsteps in the sand is a good broodmare sire, the son of Shamadal. The son of Giant's Causeway. Second up in Australia. But let's go look at the 15, the Shaper. Lovely pedigree. Pedigree that works, proven. By Street Boss out of an Exceed and Excel mare. Third up into it. Lightly raced, 3 from 9 winner. In with 54, drops from 60. Off the back of winning over the same trip at Ballarat last start, coming from 8th. What was the depth of this race like? Considering it has scope for more from the, yeah, look at this. Knocked off Lardy Shah, who's won 3 of its last 4 for the Hayes Yard. And ran it down. Or as good as it through the line. Third home won a trial prior, 1 from 6 winner. Well bred by Dundeel. What's deeper out of it? Geez, the second and the third says the winner has scope. No doubt. I'm not going any deeper than this. 4th, second to Calico Jack prior. First and second 8 of 16 in its career. Road Cone. 1, 2 on end, 3 and 4 back. Or 4 and 5 back, second to Red Dates. Only beaten 1.68 by Mere Morsel for 60k at Moonee Valley. Yeah, you have to think this horse has scope. Dropping from, what, 60 down to 54? Yeah, it needs to be included. The Shaper. Oh, just need to close a couple of these windows. What price? It's starting to become a pretty big file. The Shaper, 10.02.7, definitely needs to be included. And considering we've got it 5.3 after the 11% deduction from Meridius. And the 11, Marble Arch, minor overs 8.5, included if you want as well. But the top 2 rated look well above the par for the tag. These need to be 3 or 4 above the par for the tag to beat them. There's value in the top 2. They're the quaddie legs. That's Melbourne Cup Day done. Thanks.